Okay, so let me open this hello world. And if I open my app.js, I'm calling A11 and here I'm passing some variables. So if I see in the browser, you will see all these variables are displayed here. I asked you to put couple of more variables and I will check those after this class if you have done that one. But right now, let's say if I want to pass only one with the one details, so it will come and display only one. So now what I will do, look here, I will create one variable var object. This is an object. Since it is object, I have to start with curly bracket and end with the curly bracket. So this object I created and I will put something inside this object. For example, I will say name 8. I will say age 22. I will say gender female. I will say city, for example, Fremont. I will say state, for example, CA. And I will say country is US. So I created one object and I don't want to pass name equal to Kate. I want to pass something from this object. I want to pass Kate, but not directly here. I want to take this object and I want to pass it. So since it is a variable, I need to remove the double quote and I will put the curly bracket, start curly bracket in. Now what should I put here to get this Kate here? Everybody put in the chat. What should I put in the name inside this curly bracket so that I should be able to pass the Kate? So if I put directly name, it will not work because name is not defined. There's no variable with the name. So
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
object dot name. So
Oh,
instead of name, I will say object dot name. I will put and let's see if it is going right now or not. Since I'm able to see the name, so that means this is going correctly. Now, if I want to put for the age also, I will say obj dot age. And let's put here age of 25 to see whether it's coming with the new age. It's coming as a 25. That means instead of hard-coded value, I am able to pass through this variable. Now let's pass another way. For gender, I will pass obj dot gender. And if I go to A11, let me add some more details. Maybe I can say uh, I will create another. I will put everything in one div. So we need one root element. And for example, I will say h1 tag. And in the h1 tag, I will put the name here in the h1 tag. And then I will create a p tag. And I will start with the bold tag. Here I will say age. I'll put the bold tag. And I will say this dot props dot age. Similarly, I will copy gender and here I will say gender and I'll delete this pen and I will also add three more fields, for example, city, state, country, and here I will say city, state, country. I will see what is coming in the page. So in the page, name is coming, age is coming, gender is coming. But since these three I haven't passed it, so it's not coming. So let's pass these three also. So I will also say city equal to obj dot city, and I will not pass other two right now. Let's see city is coming or not. So city is coming. Now I have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 variables, and I can easily pass 6 variables here. What if I have 100 variables here? If I have 100 variables, what you will do? You will pass all 100 like this. What is your idea? How do you pass 100 variables to another page? Let's say tomorrow this is coming from the database and there is 100 fields key value pair. How will you pass it? You will put 100 values here, or you will not put it.
Like a loop.
What you will do? Loop.
You would
Loop.
loop through the object and then through each index.
Yeah, you cannot create a key value pair with the loop here. You can loop to call this one again and again, but you cannot loop here. It will not work if you loop here. So there is a better way to do that. Instead of looping, or here, it will not loop here. It will not pass properly the key value pair to the next page. So instead of looping, we have to use curly bracket dot 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 3 times dot, and I will say obj. So once I say curly bracket 3 times dot 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 obj, then it means it will pass all the key value pairs as a props to other page. So we don't have to pass 100 values key value pair here. We will just say 3 dots and obj, and it will automatically go, all this key value pair will go. So to see the demonstration, I'm able to see all state and country also. So I'm not passing it here. I'm not passing it specifically here, but since I'm passing curly bracket dot dot obj, that means all this key value pair are going to the another page. Is that clear?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about 100 different objects, not 100 different fields.
Okay, you thought different objects. So yeah, it was fields kind of thing. I mean it fields. So
Okay.
so now do this exercise. Create this in the A11. Just put all this one and just create a variable and pass this variable to another page. Let me know when start.
A11?
Yeah, in the A11, just change it and use it in this format. Carry done.
The file that you have open there
Yeah.
on the screen, is that A11?
The current file is app.js.
I
And
put it.
in the A11 we have just a template, and currently I'm using app.js where I'm putting all this object and calling A11.
What did I do wrong here?
Try to figure out if it is wrong. If you cannot figure out in 2-3 minutes, then ask me. Otherwise, if you can figure out, that's well and good, because you will learn. You get errors this in the real life also, so you have to learn it. Learn where did you did the mistake. So this is my A11. I will open both so you can see both the files together. So this is A11. Try to compare both the files. This is A11 and this is app. Try to compare it.
So since we are changing in the same file, right? So we did the assignment in the same file too. So how will you check it? Or is there any way that you can check it in the Git?
Okay, so the thing is that so the main thing which I will check, I will not check this app.js right now.
I mean A11.
Right. So you have committed this code. No, I will not take the
Right.
git pull. First I will check it and then I will git pull it.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
your file
No,
will be.
do I need? So the question is, yeah. So do I need to make a like new file or same
Don't,
override this file?
right now don't do the new file, because later on we will learn the routing where
Uh-huh.
you can have different pages in different routing. So
Okay.
page URL will change based on that one. Right now keep it like that. But so I see, let's say if I open your file, I can see you have pass city, state, and country. So I will not take update. I will just first
Okay.
I will
Okay.
see and then do it. So no need even to comment it. You delete all things. So
All
whatever
right.
task I have given at that time, I will check it, and then next class uh, we'll do another thing, and then I will check that also.
All
So
right.
don't
Okay.
worry about that.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Thank you.
Okay. Everybody done? Kate, what about you? Just type done in the chat. So
Yes,
that I
okay, on it.
just type chat, done in the chat. Whoever is done. Okay, DJ done, carry done. Fast, fast.
I got one little error I can't figure out.
Okay, do you want me to come?
Sure.
Okay.
But wait, I think
You have to accept yeah. Okay, let me see 1 second. This is your all A11. So let me see name, age, gender, and what you are getting there. What is the error you are getting?
JSX expression must have one paired element. I
No,
think I have ended when I commented this line out.
delete this line. Just delete it. It's in the anyhow. It's in the history. Never try to keep it like that. Yeah, let's just save it and see. You have to save both the files. I don't see. Okay, save all. You did save all. Okay, let's see.
There's the other file.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay. So this remove this comment. Remove this comment. In the app.js, remove the comment. And obj equal to curly bracket. Remove
Get
this
rid of
comment.
this. Get rid of all this.
Yeah. Delete it. And obj equal to curly bracket. Not here. Up when you create a variable obj, it's equal to. When you create after render, you created
Obj equals.
equals to curly bracket. So object is equal to.
I don't.
Okay, if you go to, I'll show you what. No, not here. Not here.
After the render function.
Right. Not here.
Render function.
Here obj is fine. Dot
There is,
obj fine.
yes, yeah, there, right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And remove the equal sign below. Right. Now save it and run it. Let's see now. Okay, female is not defined. Let's go there again. There is some error. It auto refreshes. So if you see error, that means line number 9. Go to line number 9 in app.js. Line number 9, female is comes in the single quote because it's a string, single or double quote. You have to put inside single or double quote. Yeah, save it. Only save it. It will auto refresh. You don't need to refresh the browser.
What are you doing? I want that open.
It open the browser. Create tab and yes. So now there is another problem in the A11. It's props, not prop. This dot props. So go to A11. Change props. This dot props everywhere. PROPS. Yes. Okay. And go to browser. Okay. Now it's coming.
I have quite problem.
What you have? What is the problem you have?
Mm,
Show me. So name should be colon. You have put equal sign. It should be colon.
not
Everywhere
equal
it should be colon.
to this one.
Yeah, equal sign does not come in JSON. It is colon. Right.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
So everybody is done with today's right task. So now we have to actually after we are done with this one, I have to show you how to loop it. So for example, right now there is only one object of Kate and age, gender, city, state, country. But what if I have many users? So if I have many users, I will be having the array. So let's create one array. I will create var, I can say my data is equal to array. Array means it will start with rectangular bracket, end with rectangular bracket. Now inside this array, I can have multiple objects. So for example, I will create one object, and in that object it will be name, for example, Kate. Age is, for example, 23. And then I will put after curly bracket, I will create another object. It will be name, Carrie, age, let's say 24. And I will create another object, name, many, age, for example, 43. I will say name, Tony, and age, for example, 28. And then I will say name, DJ, age, maybe I can say 26. So I created different objects rather than creating one object. I have now multiple objects, and we have in the array. Array starts with curly rectangular bracket, ends with the rectangular bracket, and we have different object inside the array. Right now, I will delete this part and then I will put it again. So now if I do console.log of my data, see what is coming in the console.log. Let me open the React. So here I will say, so in the console.log, you will see it's an array. So we have at 0th position, we have Kate. At 1 position, we have Carrie. At 2 position, we have Manny. At 3 position, we have Tony. At 4th position, we have DJ. So I want to loop through all this object. So how to loop in the JSX code? Whatever we are writing inside this div tag, it is called JSX code. I will tell you again more in detail afterwards, but it is called JSX code. Now I want to loop all this one. So to loop it, how to loop it? I will start with the curly bracket and end with the curly bracket. And inside the curly bracket, which variable I have to loop? Can anyone tell me the name of the variable which I have to loop?
My
Which
data.
my data. We have to loop my data. So I will write down here my data. Since I have to loop it, so in ES6 version of JavaScript, we have one function to loop it. It is called map. It is called map. But to use this map, it is little difficult for now because I haven't explained you little basics of this map. So let's do some basics of this map and then we will work on the map more maybe tomorrow. So before even going to the map, I want to show you I want to show you something that is called as arrow function. It is called arrow function. Now what is arrow function? I will explain you here and then we will go to map again. So let's say if I have a function in the JavaScript, function is defined as like this function, my func, and here I put the round bracket, and I start with the curly bracket. This is something normal in JavaScript. We create a function. And I can pass the parameter here. I can say, maybe I can say age. And here I can do console.log of age. Everybody know how to create a function in JavaScript? Everybody knows? Anybody who don't know how
Yes.
to create function? Okay, so everybody knows how to create a function. Now we will convert this function to ES6 arrow function. Convert this to ES6 version of JavaScript, and the name of that method is called the arrow function. But to convert this into arrow function, I have to use a round bracket. This bracket is nothing but this round bracket, and then I will put arrow, and I will start with the curly bracket. So this curly bracket is nothing but this curly bracket. Since in this curly bracket I have to put console.log of age, so here I will put console.log of age. And since in this bracket we have age, so we have to put age here. So just we remove this function and myfunc. We only keep this part, and we have arrow in between. So this is called arrow function. So it is same. Whatever you are seeing is here. It is same. This is the same thing what you see here. Only thing, there is a syntax change and the name change. This is the normal function. This is the arrow function. So since we are doing ES6 version, we will use this kind of function a lot, and we will try to implement our map function using this function method. So now let's move to, you will remember this thing once I move forward with lot of map function, you will understand what is the arrow function is. Now I started with the curly bracket here and curly bracket here. Since I want to loop through this data, and what is the variable name which I want to loop? It is called my data. So I will say here my data dot map, and then I will start with round bracket and I will close with round bracket. Inside this round bracket, I will start with the arrow function. Arrow function starts with round bracket, end with the round bracket, then there is an arrow, and then we start with the curly bracket, end with the curly bracket. So what I did, I started with my data variable, and I put dot map, and inside map I put round bracket, and inside this round bracket I put arrow function. Arrow function is something round bracket, and then I start with the curly bracket. This map functionality is little bit big. I won't be able to finish it today. So right now I'm deleting it. We will come back tomorrow again, and I will show you how to do that. Right now, just we will call this A11 with this data, my data. But we will hard code which one we want. We want this one, or we want this one, or we want this one, or we want this one. So I will say curly bracket. Oh, sorry. I will create a component A11, and here I want to pass the object. So let's say if I want to pass the object of many to other page, I will say curly bracket 3 dots, and in 3 dots I will pass my data, and since it is an array, I will start with rectangular bracket and I will pass the value of 2. Once I pass the value of 2, that means it will go the second value, that is, this is 0th number, this is first number, this is second number. So it will pass this data to another page, and on the page I am able to see many. So for example, if I want to pass the Tony's data, so instead of 2, I will say 3. Once I say 3, the 3 goes to another page and I am able to see the Tony. Let's say if I want to pass all, the first time I want to pass 0, second time I want to pass 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I can see all the components will be displaying. So first Kate is displayed, then Carrie is displayed, then Manny is displayed, then Tony is displayed, then DJ is displayed. So what I did, I created an array and I'm passing this object individually hard-codedly by writing 5 times. Tomorrow I will show you map in more detail. Then we have to only write one line of the code and it will loop automatically and it will send the particular data to another page. Right now, since we haven't learned the map function, so I am hard-codedly putting each value in the new line and I am passing each data one by one. So first 0 number is this data, 1 number is this data, 2 number is this data, 3 number is this data, 4 number is this data. So I'm passing hard-codedly the values to another page. Tomorrow we will see how to loop it using the map. So right now you do this one and see if you are able to see all the data like I am able to see it. And then we will finish off today. And we will see tomorrow the map kind of thing. It will do automatically. It will send automatically the details. Just do this and then we are done with this today.
These brackets are a little confusing, like curly bracket, round bracket, and this square bracket. So
Okay.
so curly brackets are used for what purpose? Like
Okay.
when
So in JavaScript, we can create variables like arrays, or we can create variables like objects.
Mhm.
If we create a variable like arrays, then I can var x equal to, I will start with a rectangular bracket and end with the rectangular bracket, and that I will pass the value whatever I want to pass. So whenever we have arrays, we always use the rectangular bracket, and inside this rectangular bracket we can have number, or we can have different string like 1, 2, and 3. This is the, so array has first element, second element, and third element in it. This is called array. Array means what? It's a multiple variables in one variable. So we have one value of 1, 2, 3. All these three are attached to one variable called as x. Though these three are three different values, but we are putting it only one variable, that is called array. When we want to create object, we create object by starting with the curly bracket. And in curly bracket, object always have key value pair. So I can have name, value. It does not have only value. It starts with a key and value. So I can say age 30. So whenever we create object, it is with curly bracket and it has a key value pair. But when we create array, it is a rectangular bracket and there is only value. There is no key. Key is automatically assigned to 0, 1, 2. Key is assigned. Starting with the 0, 1, 2, and automatically a key is assigned. But in the object, we always create a key value, and this key value is defined by us.
Okay, so round bracket is for a function, right? So
No, it is a rectangular bracket is for function. This is a rectangular
the-
bracket.
Oh, okay. That's a array, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's array.
Array.
Array is a rectangular bracket. Function is
Function is for round bracket.
yeah, function. I put round bracket here. Then I start with the curly bracket.
Okay.
So this is 3. Maybe you have to just refresh your JavaScript skill. We will refresh many of the JavaScript skill in whole course. But if you want to do early, you can refresh it early.
All right. Okay.
Since I
Yeah.
created here, and so I put rectangular, and here inside array I put each element as an object. So we have object of arrays.
Okay.